I'm Randy Kemp, and I'm the project manager here at the Champaign Aviation Museum. The museum started, this project started basically around the B-17. 2005, an airplane came in that's since has had a mishap. That airplane came in on a maintenance hop. They do a 100-hour inspection. They came in here, did their inspection, and at the end of that, they ended up changing an engine and decided to do a test flight. The local businessman was asked to fly along with him. And so he did, and the crew chief that was in charge of the maintenance aspect of that airplane at the time asked him, he says, would you be interested in one of these? He says, it's a great draw for the community. And he talked about it and kind of got really interested, and by the time he'd bit, a couple of months had transpired, and they decided that, yeah, he was looking into it more and more and more. Well, they agreed, and the airplane was boxed up, so to speak, and sent to Urbana from a couple of different areas, were collected and acquired and then transported here. We're one of the few WASP exhibits in the United States, and it was done here locally by a local native who grew up next to one. So we have literally life-size cutouts of a lot of these WASPs, women's air service pilots. They did the job the guys were called away from and sent to combat. Then moving through the museum, we've got the C-47 that kind of welcomes you in the front door. And we've got a display there that commemorates a pilot who is also local. His sister was one of the WASPs that they grew up. Both of them went into aviation their own way. And a little further, we've got a 1939 Fairchild 24 that was owned by a Hollywood magnate, an aviation guy who had done quite a few movies, Buddy Rogers. Also, we have a Stinson Model 10. That airplane was restored by a gentleman up in Northeast Ohio back in the 70s. The Stinson Model 10 we have shares credit of sinking of a German U-boat with a Navy bomber. They called it in, and it was a successful bombing run. And we've got the B-25. That was a pretty famous airplane. Our B-25 was in military service until 1958 as a radar, as a navigator trainer. And from there it was surplused, and it went to Canada as a fire bomber, went to Yellowknife. We've done extensive amount of work to it to make it a good, clean flyer. So we've been able to enjoy it for about the last 3 years, squawk-free. We've got roughly about 100 hours on it in that 3-year period. We've got an A-26 that's outside. The A-26 is a late war airplane. It was being engineered and designed and built during the war. You can get literally inside several of our aircraft. That's where we vary a little from some of the other museums. Our C-47 is open. You can walk up the cargo deck of it, actually see the cockpit, get close to it. We let you in for free. The price of admission is a camera. We don't let anybody in without a camera. You can take pictures of all of us, or I wouldn't waste it. But you get to see what we're doing. If you're in at the right period of time, you run into a vet.